Hello, everyone. Do you hear these bells? We hear them. How many times a day do we hear these bells? Like 3 times a day, 2 times a day. And we love them. I don't know, the girls said, I'm tired of these bells. We love them. Anyway. We need to give you guys a huge channel update. We have an announcement today. But first I want to catch everybody up with what we've been doing, what we've been up to, because we kind of left off in Mexico was when I was recording a lot, and then not much since then. You know, we went to Orlando. We had some craziness happen in Northern Ireland, all that great stuff, but we haven't really been updating the channel. Look at this. Why is my hair, like I cannot get my hair on point in any of these videos ever. I don't understand it at all. You have your hair on point. Novi. Well, we are in Bologna, Italy. We have a apartment rental that we got. We did not, oh my God, there's that hair strand again. We did not get something off Airbnb, okay? So what I didn't know, and I probably should have done more research, is that Italy is very expensive. Like, super duper expensive. Like, a quarter of a watermelon costs $5 US. And everybody knows I love watermelon, and I can't afford a watermelon here, and that's just disheartening.
But we have one.
But we have one anyways. I sure as heck do have a watermelon in our fridge. Right here. You see my watermelon? Yes! I guess that's like a half. Probably a quarter. It's like $5. Hold on, I know you want to buy.
It'll be like we have your watermelon.
Yeah, you're right. Partial watermelon, $5 US. You want a bite of something? Okay, we'll get you a bite of something, okay? So, we'll go ahead and get the watermelon out and then start eating it. So, actually, let me backtrack. We were supposed to go after Mexico to the States for a few weeks and then head to Japan. And how we were going to get to Japan was something called a military space aid flight, where people like me who are veterans, retired military, or active duty, or their dependents can fly for free on these military space aid airplanes. And that are there to deliver like cargo and stuff, but they have all these extra seats. So if you have some flexibility, you're typically good. You can get on these flights. I've done it while I was active duty. I've never done it as a retiree. I was all amped for it. They have a flight that leaves from Seattle, Washington every day, pretty much, almost every day, to Japan. And I'm like, okay, if I can just get cheap tickets to Seattle, then we can get over to Japan, to Asia, for next to nothing, right? Wrong. So I bought the tickets to Seattle, and the morning we were supposed to leave Seattle, I contacted the base, or the terminal, to find out how many seats would be available on the flight. For the next like 72 hours, it gives you all the seats that will be available. And the woman was like, none. And actually, there won't be any flights available for the rest of the month, most likely for retirees, because this is PCS season for all active duty. There goes that plan. I could have risked it and gone to Seattle and prayed that I'd get on a flight that didn't exist, or I had to come up with a new game plan. And we were working with limited funds, and I just was like, people are like, oh, you should go, and I'm just like, oh, that's not what the universe is telling me right now. Like, something's telling me not to do this. We're not prepared for it. I'm a little bit risky, as obviously, I mean, we sold all our things to travel the world full time, but at the same time, I do have 3 girls, and I have to be, you know, smart. Semi-smart. I mean, anything we do is crazy. Absolutely nuts. So, I decided that I was going to follow my heart and go to Italy, Europe. I've been wanting to go back to Italy since I visited 10 years and fell in love with it. I just fell in love with Italy. I fell in love with the people. I fell in love with, uh-oh.
On the oven, I don't know what she pressed this button.
It's okay. Is it still pressed in?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, my child is starting the stove. So I was like, I'm gonna get to Italy. And my friend and I, the friend we were actually staying with, my lovely friend Maria, who lets us stay at her house with her 5 cats, 2 dogs, husband, and daughter for the time we're in the States. I love her to death. Thank you, Maria. She and I sat in her front yard. Literally, we sat in her front yard and we just searched for flights to Europe. I knew that if I could just get to Europe, it's pretty cheap to get around Europe. You could fly from Italy to London for 20 bucks for all of us. So I was like, we've got to get to Europe. We've got to get to Europe. And Maria and I sat there. Really? What is this face? Maria and I sat there and we were like searching for like an hour and a half. And we found tickets to Rhode Island for super cheap, 200 something, and then tickets from Rhode Island to Ireland for like another 300 and something. And I'm like, okay, Ireland is Europe. I don't know anything about Ireland, but you know, let's go. Booked them. 2 days later, we're on the plane to freaking Ireland. No, I'm lying to you. 2 days later, we're supposed to be on the plane to Ireland. We fly to Rhode Island. We stay overnight. The next day, we get a notice saying, oh, by the way, your flights to Ireland have been canceled. There's no more flights with our airline for the rest of the week. And I'm like, what is this? Never had a canceled flight before. It was crazy. I was stressed. I wasn't doing, I was being a little grumpy. Same old stuff that I do when I start to lose my mind. Like, oh, here goes my plan. Like, we're not supposed to go, blah, blah, this and that. Anyways, the airline took care of us. We got put in a hotel for the night. They put us on a whole separate 2 airlines the next day. And we eventually arrived in Dublin, Ireland. I was like, I thought, yes, we're in Ireland. We were excited. And then we stepped up to customs and immigration. Woo! Let me tell you.
What is that supposed to mean?
As excited as I was for Ireland, Ireland was not excited for me. I mean, not at all. They weren't going to let us in. The customs officer made me bring up my bank account. She wanted to see all my funds. She wanted to see all my messages I had handed over my phone. It was crazy and wild. I was not happy. My girls were not happy. We were feeling defeated, feeling embarrassed, humiliated, treated like garbage. There were a lot of issues, and I'll make a separate video of what you should do so you don't have that experience, or hope that you don't have that experience. But yeah, she said multiple times, I'm not letting you in the country, I'm not letting. Then finally she let us in with this stipulation of we had to be out of Ireland within 30 days instead of like the 3 or 4 months like I had originally planned. We had set up this house sitting thing or whatever, that we were going to house sit for someone for a few months and yada yada yada. Okay. Get past customs, get on a bus, try to get on a bus to get to where we needed to go in Ireland, which was actually Belfast, Northern Ireland, about 2 hours away. And we get yelled at by the bus driver. I'm like, okay, Ireland. Woo! I start crying eventually. My girls are on the bus crying, and we're just like, okay, I'm done. I'm ready to give up. I'm ready to go back, blah, blah. Wait a second. We're full-time travelers. There is no going back. Going back to what? We don't have a home. So it's kind of like, get it together. Let's rethink this. Let's calm down. Let's start thinking of the positive in the situation. The positive is it's beautiful. It's green out. We're like driving by. It's gorgeous. All this kind of stuff. Great. Cut! So at this point, I'm so nervous. Like, oh my God, we have this house sitting thing set up. We're supposed to be hosted by the person we're supposed to house it for like a week. And I'm nervous because I'm like, everybody here is crazy. Why is everyone so angry? They hate me. I don't know. Anyways, we get greeted by our host for the week, and she's super sweet the first day. She's awesome. She's sweet. She's so welcoming. I'm so thankful. Like, okay, we can do this. We can do this. Her house is beautiful, and then things go crazy. And I'm not going to get into details here. I did a short video of kind of like Ireland that you can go read. It's the Nightmare in Ireland YouTube video. But it was crazy. And it was an experience. And it was something that I don't ever want to put my girls in and myself in ever again. It was a lesson learned. Like everything in life, bad, good, everything's a lesson, right? So we got out of that situation. And I got tickets, and we went to Italy on another leap of faith, really. Because I had contacted this mom on Facebook had been in contact with me. I was actually supposed to house sit for her in Italy in August, but I turned that down when things started going crazy with this current house sit, or the one we had in Ireland. I was like, I'm not doing it. I can't. I'm so nervous about house sitting. I'd rather rent be on our own, you know, not be in someone else's house, whatever the case is. Anybody else have a toddler? Life with a toddler. Yes? Do you want a kiss on your finger? I'll kiss it. Is that better? She just wants milk. Anybody else still nursing a toddler? So now I'm nursing my toddler. I have to sit on the floor to do this because there's no living room in our current place at all. It's tiny. So I was supposed to house sit for this mom in Italy. She had contacted me through my business page. She seemed super sweet, but I was just not comfortable house sitting after our Ireland experience. And I wrote her and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I just don't think I can do it. And she was totally okay with it. She's like, that's okay. Hey, you know, do you need a place in Italy? I can put out requests for apartments or whatever, because she lived in Bologna, Italy. And I said, you know what, I do. You know, I just don't know where to go. I have no connections in Italy, even though it's where part of my family's from. I didn't even know. I actually do have family members I didn't even know. But anyways, she was so sweet, and she's like, I can totally find you a place to live. I can do that. And she did. She said, okay, there's an apartment available. I didn't see any pictures of it prior to coming. I saw a few maybe like the week of, and I'd already got tickets to Italy, tickets to Venice actually. And let me back this up. Okay, let me back it up again. So this is my toddler right now trying to get into her sister's room. So we were really running low on money. Ireland just murdered. Getting to Europe, Ireland, all that stuff, just, oh, everything was falling apart. And there was craziness that happened on social media and everything with the Ireland thing. And I was left so devastated. Cried for literally 24 hours straight. I haven't cried that hard since, God, I don't even think I cried that much when I found out my husband was cheating on me. But anyways, I literally just cried my eyes out all day, thinking, oh my God, what are we gonna do? I don't even know a backup plan right now. I wake up the next morning though, and the income tax that I had filed back in February that I thought got denied for some reason, popped up in my account. Back in February, the day after I felt like my world came crashing down, just popped up. And if that isn't the universe, energy, everything, if that isn't my karma finally like, hey, paying off, like, you know, you're a pretty decent person, you love people, you're kind, and then the world has a way of answering that sometimes. And it was like an answer to my prayers. So I spoiled the girls. We went to Venice, Italy. We stayed in this cute new Airbnb with no reviews. Super cute Airbnb right on Venice Island where we could walk everywhere, and we just fell in love with Italy from there. We didn't fall in love with the prices of Italy, but we fell in love with Italy. And then we went to our home base, you know, kind of a place we were gonna rent for a month, which is the one that the lady found for us, and it is this apartment, which I have to be honest, this apartment doesn't necessarily bring me joy. I like for, she's not letting you in the room. When big sisters are tired of little baby sisters. So, you know, it's not a fancy place. It actually cost like a pretty penny. Not cheap at all. Italy in general is just not cheap. I mean, you probably could do it on a budget if you were gonna stay out in like the country, beautiful countryside maybe. And I mean, I don't know. I think I wouldn't mind paying so much for a place to live if I had some love for it, which you know, it has a lot of window light, it has a bathtub, added bonus. It has, I'm gonna take you guys around in a second to show you it. Novi and I are sharing like a single bed. It's basically a college dorm setup. It's made for the university here, it's for college students. I had no idea, but I'm so appreciative to have a place so last minute in summer, in high season. Like, this is pure darn luck that I even have a place. And this will bring us to our actual announcement at the end of the video. We do have an announcement, so please stay tuned. I am going to take you around to this apartment and tell you the little things that bring me joy in it. I try. Like, I normally, when I get into a place like this, I was like, I don't know if I can handle this money now. We were exhausted. We didn't have it. The Airbnbs are so expensive. At least this place was in walking distance to everything. It's central, it's downtown. We can get to everything here in Bologna. We can get to the train station, 15, 16-minute walk. She's standing on me. So yeah, let me show you around our kitchen. All these dishes, and this window, and this fridge, and this table. That's it. That is our little kitchen. Very, yeah. The wall. Okay, this is the hallway. You want to go on my backpack? She loves to go in her carrier, her Ergo. Ergo is awesome. I will drop that link below. You want to go outside? Here is our bathroom with our, come here, come show them the bathroom. Here's our bathroom with our bidet. In Italy, all the houses have something called a bidet. Yeah, for your bidet. She's throwing the clothes that we just took. We have a washer, which is an added bonus. Like a lot of people don't have, I mean, I don't know about that. In Mexico, they didn't have a lot of washers, but we have a washer. I always take that as a plus. I don't have to take my clothes anywhere. And this is where you hang your clothes. And it is, I don't know, it just brings me so much joy, this silly little thing. I think my child wants to get in the bath. Because you like, here, take this stick thing and you lower the clothes like this all the way, right? And then you lift it back up after you put the clothes on it. Oh, sorry guys. Oh. And here, I don't know, I just love it. I love doing that. I love hanging my clothes up above the bathtub. How genius is that when you don't really have a lot of outdoor space because you're in this big apartment building? Yada, yada, yada. This is the girls' room that's blocked currently from anyone getting in because they don't want their baby sister getting in. Each of the bedrooms, luckily, I'm washing sheets right now. Well, sort of. We didn't really get sheets because when you rent off the actual local economy, sheets aren't included, towels aren't included. We've been washing our bodies with, drying our bodies with t-shirts. Because towels here in Italy, I haven't found any towel that's less than €10, $12 for a towel. Sorry, man, we're here for, what, 2.5 more weeks? I don't want to spend €12 on a towel that I'm just going to leave behind. I'm sorry, my toddler now has no diaper on, so we're going to keep her out of the camera. She's wiping herself. I think it's time to potty train. But yeah, this is the girls' tiny room. Their beds pushed together. We have an air conditioning. Yes, I had to pay extra for the air conditioning for the month. Some construction going on. Let me go down this weird, creepy hallway to my room, which I think my other daughter will be in because everyone likes to take my, and there she is. Oh, and they're reading too. So we have this. This is what Novi and I sleep on. It's super tiny, and yeah, I didn't realize that, I don't think, before I came. Here's my bathroom with the bidet, lots of window light, and we get this tiny little patio because the owner, she's got a lot larger patio, but it's blocked off from up. And then that's our view, kind of. Yeah, see, we're right downtown, so we can get to things easily. There's our trash because it only comes once a week. And we went to Rome, so we missed 1 week, so I had to put it out there because I didn't want trash stinking up the house. But yeah, I've learned, it's growing on me. I mean, this is not my ideal place, but like I said, sometimes you have to just look at the good. We have air conditioning in both rooms. We have a wash machine. We have window light. I mean, imagine if it was just dark and gloomy like this hallway or something. That wouldn't be very much fun. So yeah, we, oh, it's just me issue. We've been in Italy now since I think June 29th, so a few weeks. We have a few more weeks at the end of this month. We are going to be flying to, here we go, Jakarta! It's announcement time, and yes, I'm nursing my toddler again. I'll have to do a video all on why I choose to still nurse my 2-year-old and what it's like to do extended breastfeeding. So here's our announcement. We are going to basically move to Albania next. And I know we're nomadic, so when I say move, you know, we only have our backpacks right now as our material items. And oh, and a stroller now. We have a stroller. We bought one in Italy. How exciting. It's been great. So we are moving to Albania, and I don't really know much about Albania. What I do know is it's beautiful. I know that it is super cheap, which is what I was looking for. I was looking for beautiful, super cheap. I was looking for welcoming people. I'm always on the hunt for the best places for single moms. American, Canadian, Australian, people with the currency of America or Canada or Australia, something like that. Like the best places for single moms to stay. And with Albania, Americans can stay for up to a year without a visa, which is super important when you're a digital nomad. Visas can really limit where you can go. In Europe in general, there is like this, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm gonna write it right there. Agreement that like 27 countries, you as an American can only stay 90 days out of 180 days in these countries. And it's like Germany, Italy, Greece, Poland, like so many. It leaves you with very few options. So we had a choice now, right? That we either, there she goes taking her clothes off again. We either hop out of Europe, which is pricey right now. You know, we're still in this summer months. Man, we know next time to be buckled down somewhere during the summer months, have already a rental to take us through the summer, because that's when you don't want to travel. I don't like to travel when everyone else is traveling because it is overpriced. And I know how much this stuff typically costs off season, so I'm like, I don't want to pay 3 times the price. So we are moving to Albania. We got this beautiful rental. I mean, I hope it is. I hope it's like the pictures. I think it will, because I'm going to put that energy out there and say it is going to be the... Are you stuck in this shirt? Yeah, you're totally stuck, dude. There we go. Oh, Leia's wants to read. My kids love reading, and I'm ruining it right now. Look, she's like, Mom, I can't read. I've got headphones on, even though it's not attached to anything. Does that keep the noise out? It doesn't. So why do you have it on? Do you know why? No? Okay. Okay! So we are moving to Albania. I just randomly picked, you know, instead of picking a city, which is what I was trying to do before, I was trying to pick this one particular city because I know there's another mom there that I can connect with. But the city wasn't like calling my name. It wasn't drawing me in. It was a bunch of apartments, and I'm like, I'm over the apartments. I want a garden. I want a yard for us. I want a cottagey type feel, flowers, beautiful scenery, quiet town that we can just walk to everything and not all the hustle bustle of a big old city. And I found this Airbnb, and it's in my budget, super affordable at $630 a month, and it's 2 bedrooms. We each have our own beds, big beds. It's kind of bigger than I wanted. It's 3 stories, bigger than I wanted, but it just has this beautiful garden, and it's got this beautiful views of like the mountains, and it's with 5 minutes walk into the town center and stuff, and we can go to markets and this dream. And I am just amped right now. We're so ready to slow down. We've been at it for, you know, we've been traveling for a year and a half. We slowed down a little bit in Mexico. Then things sped up again. And every time we start doing this fast-paced traveling where we're switching every few weeks or every week, it gets exhausting. We get burnt out. And the girls like get tired of it. I get grumpy, you know. We love slowing it down. I believe in slow traveling because it's cheaper, hands down a lot cheaper. You can work out a better deal when you're staying longer in a place, 3 months, 6 months, whatever the case is. And Albania will give us a home base where we can then take little trips. If we want to go to Germany for the weekend, we can do that because it's a quick flight and it's cheap to fly within Europe. And that's our big announcement, is we're going to be moving to Albania. I'm excited. I'm just going to put all this good energy out there and say it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. We can't wait to get there and just be home, like feel like home. I don't know anybody out there. I really don't, but I'm hoping we can connect with people. I can convince people to come hang out with us during this time frame. If not, we have each other. We are a family, and we're just really excited, and we want to start updating this channel more with all this stuff. So maybe these videos won't be as polished. I don't know. It's challenging. It takes hours. I have my website still, which is my primary source of everything. It's my work, it's my passion. And now I have this YouTube channel, and I'm not, you know, the best editor at videos and all this kind of stuff, but I really want to make a presence on YouTube and just kind of document our family's adventure in videos as opposed to just writing about it. So I hope you guys like what you see. I hope you guys continue to follow our journey, this amazing journey around the world. We're going very slowly, but we're doing it, man. We've been all over, it feels like, and it's been, I can't even begin to explain like the freedom we felt in this, going from having a house and feeling overwhelmed with all this stuff and working my butt off in college and work all the time, and just, yeah, not being able to spend as much quality time with my kids, feeling depressed, dealing with all kinds of stuff, a marriage falling apart, all this kind of stuff, to now, like, this is it. Doesn't mean it doesn't come with craziness. It doesn't mean it doesn't come with hard times. It means that I have a sense of freedom that I've never felt before, and travel and full-time travel, and it's just opened my eyes to this whole other world of awesomeness. I can't ever go back to normalcy, I guess you can say. We're kind of outside that box. We're going to stay outside that box, and we're so glad you guys are along for this journey. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Please share. Yeah, what she said. Please subscribe. Please share. Please comment and tell me where you're